Hi, I'm Vince from Backyard Mangoes, and I'm going to walk to the front yard and pick a Tommy today. So this is my Tommy Atkins. This is my Tommy Atkins tree, and it's you know, they get a lot of hate. I've heard people say, "Oh, it's the lowest rated mango," and believe it or not, I've had worse. Some seedling usually, but this has some beautiful mangoes on it. This one looks about ready, but I might have to go get the picking pole. That's the one I want, or that one. Little, here we go. Let me go get the picking pole. So now I'm not doing my Michael Jordan's, but I can't jump. So I got this fancy picking pole, and it's really neat because this picking pole, if you can see it, it's got a blade, and on the bottom side it has like a grip. And so mangoes, when you pick it right there at the fruit and you pop it off, sometimes that sap will spray or drip down the fruit. So the neat thing about this is you can pick it a couple inches high, keeps your fruit nice and clean looking. It will grab the stem, or panicle to be more correct, holds on to it, and there it is. So instead of, because if you pop it off, now the ripe ones don't do it, but if you pick anything that's not too ripe, the sap will shoot out, which definitely happens on a few of these. And as I give this the slight squeeze test, it gives just a little bit. And so this one's gonna be perfectly ripe off the tree, ready to eat. Amazing. All right, we're back here. So we're gonna test this Tommy that we got off the tree. And Tommy gets a lot of hate. I think it's unnecessary. It's a pretty good mango. Yes, there are a lot better mangoes. Phoenix, 015, Mahachinook. I mean, anybody could keep coming up with a list of a lot of mangoes that are better. But I think it's still a very good mango. And for a lot of people, the only Tommy they've really ever had is something out of a grocery store. And if you've had that grocery store Tommy, it goes to my McDonald's analogy, or the hamburger analogy. We've all had that McDonald's hamburger, but we've also had the 4th of July hamburger at a barbecue. And this Tommy is like a 4th of July hamburger at a barbecue compared to that grocery store Tommy that you bought way too early, that was boiled. I think they go through a radiation treatment before they get into the US. They were picked very green. They're just not good. But when you look at this beautiful, kind of looks like Mike's head. No, you look at this beautiful color here that's in here, has a little fiber, not enough fiber where you say, please make it stop. They're very firm. I like to bake with them. We make a mango upside down cake.
Yeah, if you need a mango for baking or any cooking like that, that will keep its shape, Tommy would definitely be one of my top suggestions. Because it won't get, you know, because of the moderate amount of fiber, I would say, that's in there, it would help it to retain its shape. Classic, beautiful classic mango smell.
The teacher life. Live in summer in South Florida, eating mangoes.
Yep.
We're both teachers, by the way. But we both sell mangoes here in the summer because, you know, teacher pay. I'll stop at that.
If you support teachers, click the like button down below.
Yeah. Backyard Mangoes, check me out. I sell mangoes. Bearing Fruit Tropicals, he sells mangoes, and I think other stuff too. You diversify a little bit. I just stick with the mangoes.
A little bit, because again, teacher pay, don't pay.
Thank you, Florida.
Well,
But anyway, let's go back to Tommy. It's a good, solid, classic tasting mango. Sure, maybe Carrie and Edward and a lot of mangoes are better, but I hate to see people hating on Tommy or hating on Hayden's or some of these others, especially like, I don't know, if you're born here, raised here, and you grew up in Florida, this is one of your, this is it. This is one of your mangoes. Just,
you know, the other day we did at the house a kind of like a recipe video. It was like a Mexican thing. I had a friend over, and she's Mexican, and they do this thing called mango flor, which is like mango flower. This is perfect for that.
what is it?
You basically peel the mango, just get a vegetable peeler and peel the mango, shove a skewer or something through the bottom to make like a mango like popsicle, and then you begin to cut wedges into it, and then it kind of looks like a flower, and then they put on some seasonings like tahine or chamoy to give it like a sweet, savory kind of mix going on, a little lime juice. It was excellent. I'm looking at the pool right now. I'm thinking about how nice it would be to have one of those while sitting there floating around.
Well, like I said, this is a good sort of cooking, you know, bake with it, cook with it, dehydrate it. You put it in the dehydrator. I know we make something, what'd you call it, a mango float?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. In my wife's country.
Mango flor.
Oh,
Flour.
Flour. Oh, I thought you said float. Now, in my wife's country, they make a mango float,
Mm-hmm.
which is about 10,000 calories. Condensed milk, graham crackers, and mango. And they layer it like a lasagna.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've had it before, folks.
Yeah, you Google up or find, sometimes they call it mango royale or mango float. And it's...
Good stuff. Great stuff. Matter of fact, love, if you're watching this, you missed my birthday last year and all the previous years. So, mango float. 4th of July, actually, that sounds like it'd be amazing. A mango float.
She is making it for 4th of July.
Nice and cool, like a chilled dessert with the mango flavor.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, folks, this is not... People say it's fibrous. I mean, you get a little bit of crunch, texture-wise.
Yeah, but you're not picking your teeth.
Yeah, no. I've had
There's... Yeah.
way more fibrous mangoes where like your teeth look just like a hot mess. Like you have fibers all over and in between. This does not happen with the Tommy Atkins. And thousands of people can be wrong. I know people hate on it, but this mango is grown and imported. So obviously people have to, you know, be eating it. People have to want this mango. Why not get it from a fresh source where it's not sprayed, where it's not, you know, been boiled, where it's not been radiated? You won't get freshness like this unless you order from places like Backyard Mangoes.
I mean, look at the color in there, the flavor. That thing is just beautiful. It's goes with the hamburger analogy again, you know. McDonald's versus 4th of July barbecue hamburger, and there's just, or how about this one, McRib versus the McRib. But no, this is a everybody who's had this, especially if you're living up in the Northeast or anywhere else, Midwest, wherever, and you just haven't had any, and all you have ever had is a store-bought mango, and then you're like, mango? I don't get it. What's the big deal? And then you eat something like this that comes fresh out of my yard or his yard, from Florida. And the thing is it's super seasonal. It only is very, you know, few months window, about 3-4 months at the most. Different varieties are already getting like out, like the Philippine mangoes already sort of wrapped up. Carrie mangoes are wrapping up. Tommies. I'm getting towards the end of my Tommies. They're falling off the tree, but Pickering is getting ready to start. Valencia Pride, some of the other ones.
We're about to hit the peak season. We're here at the end of June, beginning of July. That's when a lot of different mango varieties intercept, because you have early varieties, you got mid-season varieties. A lot of mangoes are mid-season varieties. That would be July. And then there's a few mangoes that are late season. But at July, you could kind of still find a little bit of everything. Some of the late season ones maybe start to ripen a little earlier. Some of the first or early volunteers. Some of what remains from the earlier season mangoes. And then the vast production that you have of mangoes in the mid-season. In July, you're going to find a great deal of variety. And like you said with the burger analogy and all that, I think of it kind of like also like apples. Like, we don't appreciate apples in Florida because we get the store-bought stuff. You give me an apple, like a Red Delicious or something like that, and I just don't care for it whatsoever. Hard pass. But you go then apple picking somewhere where apples are grown and they're fresh. They don't have a bunch of wax on them. You know, they're not all bruised up or anything, and they're delicious. I could go, apple picking up north somewhere and absolutely enjoy it and be like, wow, there's so much more to apples. Likewise with mangoes. There's a lot more to mangoes. There's thousands of varieties. I love to taste them all, but what we do have here is a great deal of variety in Florida, and we could have these mangoes shipped to you. Contact Backyard Mangoes or contact me at Bearing Fruit Tropicals, and we could ship you a box. We could make it happen.
Yeah, I like to specialize in mixed variety boxes. I kind of like to take what's coming in ripe. I try to put 3, sometimes 4 varieties in a box. Sometimes I've even put more. Depends what's ripe and ready to ship. Yeah, but I have boxes in 3 sizes. I do like a 4 or 5 pound box, and then a 7-8 pound box, and then a 12 pound plus box. So yeah.
You can check the link below for more information for Bearing Fruit Tropicals or for Backyard Mangoes. You can go to backyardmangoes.com. We're both on Etsy as well. You can find shop there, see what's available.
You don't see that color in the store. No. You can't buy a mango like this in the store.
Beautiful. Crimson red. All right, thanks for tuning in. This has been a mango taste test here with Backyard Mangoes and Bearing Fruit Tropicals. Collaboration.
All right.
See you later. Tommy Atkins mango. Tommy Atkins.